Good morning, students. Today I am going to cover the first chapter, that is Portrait of a Lady. This is a chapter by Khushwant Singh and it really portrays the family of India, an undivided family that was before independence, and how it took turns that it wants to show. I will just start with the description of the author. Khushwant Singh, he was born in 1915 in Hadali. It is now in Pakistan. He was a law graduate and he practiced it in Lahore High Court, later on at other courts also. He held many places, positions, and like he worked for Ministry of External Affairs. He worked as journalist with All India Radio also, as editor of Hindustan Times. These were the different positions he held. There were many others, and these can't be discussed here as the list is long enough. He was a member of Rajya Sabha also, and he was awarded with Padma Bhushan in 1974, though he returned it in 1984 when Golden Temple was attacked. He died in 2014 in 18. Today I am going to discuss just the theme, and the theme is all between Khushwant Singh and his grandmother. It goes all around innocence, friendship, love, connection between those child and the lady, kindness, selflessness, respect, and acceptance. Acceptance that comes in the last is a very great thing that one must value and must learn. There is a generation gap also that is being shown over here. And today everybody fights that there is a generation gap and fights with their elders who don't understand. But here it tries to tell that can be overpowered or it can be avoided by just simply by remembering those divine days that we spent with our parents and grandparents, sorry. We might grow up to be someone and we might be miles apart, but the principles and morals that have been instilled in us, that always remain in us. And that is a uniqueness that we find in India. In India, those morals and code of conduct, they just follow up. And parents, society, teachers, and all our elders, they are fighting fight that those must be inculcated in the young breed. And as the young breed comes up, they also think so that's the major thing that one must learn. Innocence, I will just like to elaborate. Narrator views his grandmother as always being old because he always looked upon his grandmother with his innocent eyes, and he never accepted that she could be old enough. He always said that the idea of her being young, pretty, and playing games was the idea that he never accepted. And same is the case with the grandfather. He said he always seemed to be so old that he could have sons or grandsons, but he could now be young. This shows his innocence. A child always has that, and one must remember and must not be rebuked for all these things. This shows his innocence. Second is friendship, love, and connection. The knight loves his grandmother a lot, and they both have a very close relationship. Somewhere we think it as a friendship. Sometimes we also can term it as mother child. Any way it may be, grandmother is always ready to help the knight wherever, in whatever situation she is required. She is always ready. That shows the connection, a bond between them. And it suggests that a fact that they have a strong connection which cannot be separated. There is also dedication and selflessness. The grandmother has dedicated her life to Nate. And to be very precise, not only to Nate, when the things went on, or earlier also, she also dedicated her life to the God, as she was continuously busy in praying. Her prayers were always there, and then her duty to the street dogs when she was in village, and to sparrows when she was in city. This shows her dedication to everyone. She never cared for herself. That shows her selflessness. Respect has been shown. Nate always respects his grandmother. He has rightly pointed out her internal beauty. He said that she doesn't have that physical beauty, but that internal beauty is always there. Maybe she has lost the charm, but the beauty is always there. He didn't take her for granted, but she has a very important part in his life. That's why it's a dedicated lesson that we can see is devoted to his grandmother. He also considers her to be pure. That's why he describes the dress as well. Dressed in white. This shows his respect for her. In the whole chapter, maybe there may be some differences of opinion about the language, about the studies, anything, but we have never seen that he has ever criticized his grandmother, and He has never created any problem for his grandmother. This shows his respect. Last is the acceptance. When we come to the acceptance, grandmother and the author, they accepted to be in the village, and narrator's parents, they moved to the city. This is what is acceptance. Everybody accepts the decisions. When he changed his room, she accepted her loneliness and just enjoyed it with the wheels of that and with the sparrows. When in the last we see she accepted that her death is near and denied everyone that it's the time to pray. Also, after the death, we see that the narrator has accepted her death without much of those complaints. Acceptance is a thing we must learn from here. In short, there are 4 to 5 things I would like to convey here. There is a special bond between a boy and the grandmother. Not only here, but it is always between a child and grandparents. Today, it loses its importance because children are living alone. Love and sacrifice towards grandparents, towards grandchildren, the sacrifice towards God, animals, this all has been shown. Acceptance, whatever goes on happening, it must be accepted without much of those complaints. This also has been shown. Change in relationship, as we have seen the changes in the whole life of Khushwant Singh and his relations with his grandmother, so we have also changed along the lives, but this change is always going to be there, and we must accept all these changes. Okay, today we will end up over here. We will continue next time with summary.